All right, guys, we are back from Nassau and Key West. Had a fun time on the bachelor party cruise. For those of you that attended, thank you. Had a great time. For those of you that didn't, you're a loser. You suck. And that's why the fantasy gods are going to curse you this week. So getting into that, we're going to jump into the matchup previews. A rematch of 2 years ago's Best Friends Bowl, Super Bowl. The Fantasy Goat versus Follow the Buzzards. Myself versus Jason. I mean, you take a look at this matchup. It's just hideous for Jason. He's got tough matchups across the board. Derrick Henry playing the super stout Bucks run defense, and that's not a joke. They're actually the only team that's shut down Christian McCaffrey, and they did that twice. It looks like Aaron Rodgers might be getting Devontae Adams back playing the Chiefs on Sunday night. You got Michael Thomas, who's, of course, just an animal. Alvin Kamara's back at practice today. He's going to go. It's not a good week for Jason. Jason's going to get steamrolled this week. As far as bold predictions go, we're going to start the steamrolling with tonight with Dalvin Cook, who is going to outscore Fournette and Henry combined. Sorry, that's just how it's going to go because Dalvin Cook is that much better than both of them. So, of course, I get the win, and you wouldn't expect me to lose to somebody that doesn't work on their triceps at all in the gym. I mean, you look at Jason. It was embarrassing on this trip how tiny his arms were. It looked like something out of a cartoon. There you go. I'm taking the win against tiny baby arms Gotch. You got a father versus son battle. Legion of Zoom versus Bell Ertz My Ears. And it looks like Tony might be missing Josh Jacobs due to injury this week. Not that Josh Jacobs is that good anyway. He does get McCaffrey back, and we saw what Tony's team was without McCaffrey. It is useless. Absolutely no chance at beating anybody in the league without McCaffrey. But he gets McCaffrey in a horrible matchup at the Niners. I expect the Niners are going to shut down McCaffrey and just dare the Panthers to pass. And that's kind of what I think that is going to happen there. I like Matt Stafford. Great matchup at home against the Giants. Should be a good stack with him and Kenny G. Pretty smooth, sweet sailing there between those guys. On the senior side of things, kind of similar to Tony with McCaffrey. If Senior doesn't have Mahomes, he's not beating anybody. I mean, it could get out of hand if he doesn't have Mahomes for a certain period of time. And that's what happens when you rely so much on one quarterback. Quarterbacks are, they're kind of a dime a dozen. They're easier to find. Keenan Allen hasn't done anything in forever. Looking like he's borderline droppable at this point. I expect LaShawn McCoy Sunday night, if Mahomes is out, he's going to get a lot of work, and he's going to do pretty well. Now, bold prediction here in this one. Travis Kelce versus Zach Ertz amounts to less than 10 total fantasy points. Talk about two guys that are not playing up to their potential. That being said, though, I got to give the dub here to Tony Jr. I think that ultimately Stafford to Golladay makes the difference, and he ekes out the W this week in a very tight, low-scoring matchup with two terrible teams. Now, we've got Brad Big League Chew versus Power Belly Jared. Now, Brad barely sets his lineup every week. Somehow still doing better than Steve. I mean, I don't know. It's crazy. Really don't like Brad's matchup. Don't like his team. His team looks like a team that could explode for 85 points. Like that means that's the high end of what they're capable of doing. On Jared's side of things, Chris Carson and Saquon Barkley, great matchups. Chase Edmonds, Jared's getting cute, chasing the points. It's stupid. He's not going to do anything against the Saints, even if Jones isn't or Johnson isn't playing. whoever the hell that turd is they call their starting running back. If he doesn't play, not a viable play. Chase Edmonds, not a viable option. Stephon Diggs, Nuke Hopkins, both have their number 2 receivers out. They should both see a few more looks. Russell Wilson is in a smash spot against Atlanta. So my bold prediction here, however, is that Josh Allen against the Eagles is actually going to outscore Russell Wilson against the Falcons. I think Josh Allen finishes as a top 3 quarterback this week. Big game ahead for Josh Allen. That being said, Jared's still going to get this W. So the rest of Brad's team is just so bad. It doesn't matter what Josh Allen does. So there you go, Jared getting the W. Now, on to Cincinnati versus Kittle Johnson. And, there is no Johnson on your team anymore, is there? Oh, yeah, you have Ty Johnson. Yeah, that'll probably be useful, just throwing him right into carry-on slot. Man, talk about a guy that cannot afford an injury to a running back. Joe is in deep trouble. Nick Chubb's got Kareem Hunt coming back, plus Chubb's schedule sucks. At the Patriots this week. Yuck. I want any part of that Patriots defense right now until they have to play an actual NFL team. Kyler Murray at the Saints. I don't know. Kyler Murray's okay. He's not great. He's just meh. He's okay. He could do all right. The New England defense at home against the Browns, another smash spot for the Patriots, who have had by far the easiest schedule we have ever seen, to the point where there's no way that this is coincidence. This is definitely league collusion, trying to get Brady. My opinion is I suspect Tom Brady is playing his last season. They know it's his last season, so they're trying to get him to a Super Bowl win to go out on top. But you know what? I don't care. F you, Brady. Now, Philip Lindsay is just a pile of trash, as Reese finally was kind enough to admit. Marlon Mack at home against the Broncos. It's okay. It's not bad. Carlos Hyde, obviously, is a dumpster fire. He's a pile of trash. Just not a very good running back. And as we saw last week, he has an extremely low floor. So that being said, it is a pretty decent matchup with the Raiders. So he's going to get carries. Probably do okay against the Raiders. Bold prediction in this game. Let's see here. What could I do with these two teams? Both of your teams' running backs are so garbage. It's hard to make a bold prediction that doesn't revolve around that. So let's say Lindsey, Mack, Johnson, and Chubb all combined for less than 25 fantasy points between all 4 of them, because you guys suck. You don't know how to draft running backs. Morons. Now, that being said, I'm going to give the W this week to Joe. Joe's taking the W. Reese, not picking you. Don't care. You're going to lose. Suck it. Now, Draft Dodger versus 6511 fuckers. Okay, so John versus Steve. Steve pulled the rabbit out of the hat last week. He got a big-time W that he desperately needed because Sony Michel's useless ass got pushed into the end zone by somebody else 3 times. Congratulations. Sony Michel still sucks. Melvin Gordon still sucks. Odell Beckham still sucks. The matchups this week for Steve are horrendously bad. Don't like it at all. It's ugly. You look at John's team. John's got a few guys in smash spots. Aaron Jones, Deshaun Watson, Julio Jones, all Robert Woods, all smash spots. So my bold prediction here is that Steve comes back down to earth and scores less than 80 points this week. And, of course, that's going to lead to John easily steamrolling Steve. It's going to be really bad. It's not even going to be close. I'd be remiss if I did this video and I didn't mention the fact that Brad is actually ahead of 2 teams in this league. He's ahead of Legion of Zoom and Draft Dodger. So Steve and Tony Sr., dude, this guy barely pays attention at all, and he's bad at fantasy when he is paying attention. What are you guys doing? How is he ahead of you? Come on, get it together. Brad doesn't care at all about this league, and he's beating you guys. I'd be embarrassed. He's nipping on your heels too, Jared. Don't think I don't see that coming up on you. So there you go. There's your matchup previews. I'll see you with the recap on Tuesday. Best of luck to you guys.